Standard defuse spike, first blood in a round, bunch play games, and use your ultimatum. We can do that. All right, we have been having a rough recent stretch. We've been going back and forth where like it's decent and then bad. Especially this one. A little 4 and 13. Not a good 4 and 13 either.
Match found.
Here we go. Ascent. Perfect. Nice, easy one to start off on. We got I suck at this game. That's a mood.
I am both
Sure.
shield and sword.
Hey, yo, we got that Brimmy, Stimmy, and the Omen. No one's gonna be able to see a thing. At all.
I like watching videos of black men shaking their booty cheeks. I don't know why, but when I click on a video and see a black man shaking his cheeks, it just makes my mouth drool, and I start dancing with the black man as well. Sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I sometimes hallucinate and see black men twerking on my couch.
Just gonna leave that there. And hope that other people on the other team dodge. We can hope. That is for sure. It's not looking like it unless this last person has never picked a character. It looks like we're in. And we're defending first, okay. No Jet on their team, interesting. Here's to a hopefully good night of the video game.
Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch her in time if you fell off. I mean, I'd try, of course.
Who has Spectrum Closet? Can I please have it?
Who has what?
Who has Spectrum Closet? Can I please have it?
I think Jet has it.
No.
Hey.
Oh sheesh, they are like there.
Spike planted.
Healing.
Oh, son of a bitch. They're all up.
Last player standing.
Tree, run away, you're gonna die.
Run away, you're gonna die. Not wrong. Absolutely not wrong.
Just gotta play around the slow fields and we're fine.
Okay. God, everyone's forcing up. What in the world? These people are doing a thing.
Let's fly.
Wall wave.
Tree.
Alrighty then. I have no idea what this Brip's plan was. I mean, I know what his plan was, but I have no idea what his plan was. Jesus.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
That's right.
I know.
I hit. Apparently,
what
I only hit the
must
Reyna
be done.
once. I'll say now, if we didn't buy last round, then we would have been able to buy this round, but we didn't, so we can't.
Barrier created.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Ah, as soon as I look away. I got mine. BV.
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it.
I don't even know what you're going for with BV,
Need a drop.
and to be entirely honest. I
We can
mean,
push them back.
Oh, it's A.
Careful here.
It's A. Like hard A.
Raise dead.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here.
one's coming up, cat.
Reloading.
Okay. You know what we're doing.
Help. Last player standing.
Strike at their weak points. If one link breaks, the rest will follow.
Brother, they have a 10 in arena. Let's get it.
Multiple enemies A. Enemy spotted A.
Smoke's down.
Enemy removed.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Return to dust.
Oh no. Oh no. Girl, you make me loco. Oh no. Oh no. Watch out.
Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
Hey, Sage, you got like a phantom skin?
Glitch pop.
I'll take that.
I'll take
Can
it
someone
too.
get this? Thank you. Can someone get this? Thank you. Can someone get this? Thank you.
Hold on. I'm just gonna peek for a quick second. Alright, hey.
Wall raised.
It's A. Yeah, we know, but we walled, so go.
I'm Jen.
Last player player standing. Spike planted.
Bro, he's gonna fucking pre-fire you. Yeah, that's kind of predictable.
We get a pick, we move in. Got it? Need a drop.
Can I get that Phantom skin?
Can someone get this? Thank you. Need a drop. Barrier created. Fire in the hole!
Bro, come on. Why are you really? Okay.
Spike down. Defenders fall. Last player standing.
I mean, this is like the definition of just a go next.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
I mean, yeah, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Attackers win.
Give me Audi 5000. Yeah, sure. I lost 2 for that. I gotta play a game for it though. That's something. As long as you can get your...
Match found.
We didn't get to defuse a single damn thing. Yeah, split. Aight.
You have good taste, my friend.
Oh yeah. What do we got? You can't see. There you go. I'm on top. This is what we're debating against. All right, we got Reyna. I would have gone the jet. I would have preferred the jet, but you know, whatever. Man, but people be taking their sweet time tonight, huh? Oh yeah. Here's the real question. If this is another game similar to the last one, do we go again? Or do we just Uber call it and do something else? That's a good question. I have been wanting to do more Trackmania stuff.
I would hate working here. You couldn't pay me to sit at a desk.
A gift. All set up. Perfect. Teleport's ready.
Reloading.
Okay.
Spike Spike down A.
So with 30 screens.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
On site. Nice.
Good shit, man.
Fish, liquid, and shark bait. Probably have to assume that they're queuing together. If not, that's a really funny coincidence.
I'll take out their sky. It's something I must do.
Bye.
That's a good spot. We should do.
Don't keep them quiet.
Teleport's ready.
Launching smoke.
Many enemies B.
For you.
This guy's mid.
Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
It's coming, market.
Spike spotted B.
A.
Nice.
Thank you, bro. I'm finna suck them off later.
That's the way.
All set up. That's not ready. Perfect. Teleport's ready. That works.
Watch and learn.
No fool. No fool.
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted mid.
Spike down mid.
One.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Gotcha.
No. Albie.
Launching smoke. Right here. Right here.
Run around pillar.
There.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Spike down B. Ten seconds left.
Oh, brother.
Spike planted.
Nice. Sheesh. I'm kill list. Let's get it. Jesus. All right, dude. All right. Hi, Claire. How are you? Claire, I've only been going for 23 minutes and I've already played a game. Can you believe it?
Need equipment.
What do you need?
It did not go well.
I can buy you Sage.
Yeah, it was. It was not good. It was not good. It was the classic, like, you know, FF 7 rounds in. Was not gonna get any better than that.
Teleport's ready.
Spike planted.
That works. There they are. I didn't think so.
Last player standing.
What's up, 80?
One enemy remaining.
Don't rush me.
Nice try. Good ace though.
Reyna, I must say how nice it is to work with you. It is so hard to find partners with your experience.
Yeah, the Reyna is nuts. 100%. Hundo P. Hundo percent. I honestly think I kind of just full save here and hope I get a nice cheap gun.
All set up. Teleport's ready.
Prepare for hellfire.
Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted mid.
Smoke's down.
Reloading. Still in sight. Heal up, squad.
That's it.
On A.
Spike planted.
We got a kill. Let's go.
Hawk out.
Enemy spotted A.
Last player
Main
standing.
and Raptors. Okay. I don't know why I funneled the Reyna there so hard. I honestly wasn't expecting neither of them to be on site,
With accuracy.
to be entirely honest. I'm gonna have so much money next round. Holy.
That's a good spot. You should do it. Teleport's ready.
Going up the Evan.
I've got your
Spike
trail.
planted.
Kill beacon here.
Of course, it wasn't mine.
Nowhere to run. Enemy down.
Last player standing.
I thought I had him. I thought I did.
No more doubts.
I'm
ready.
This Brim is just keeping himself eternally poor.
That works. All set up. Teleport's ready.
They are so dead.
Got it.
There they are.
Seek them out.
Found one. Spike planted.
Enemy spotted
Let's go for
A.
lineup. Brent's playing lineup. We can body block it.
Just shot it.
This landing is.
One enemy remaining.
Sorry to spoil the party. Enemy spotted A.
The hell is he?
Even with numbers,
Free gun,
anything
let's
can still
go!
happen. Remember that.
We're better. Yeah. Woo!
Teleport's ready. Again.
Ow. We got a kill. Now we're only 3-5. Whoa.
Teleport's ready.
I think dinner's weighing me down. I have like 7 pounds of pasta in me. Not actually true, but it feels like it.
Me here.
Healing you. Stim beacon here. Enemy spotted me.
Prepare for hellfire!
Spike down.
Careful,
That's a
Heather.
good spot.
B. Last player standing.
Cutting their vision.
Spike planted.
No brim, no lineups. No brim, no lineups. Eagle peek. Eagle peek.
One enemy remaining.
The fuck is this guy doing? Nice try. That was a terrible decision by this guy, by the way.
Oh, we are Valorant. We are fighters.
Like, there's no shot you should be doing that.
You should do. That works. Teleport's ready.
Nope.
That's not ready. Teleport's ready.
Spawn facing the wall.
Brimstone is enough.
That's not ready. Teleport's ready. A gift.
They will go. Enemy spotted B. Healing you.
Spike down B.
Spike is B.
Let's go! I'm playing the other side of the entire map, always.
But we have it. We have Spike.
Gun here.
All set and ready. Teleport's ready.
Your duty is not over. Reloading. Reloading.
Last player standing.
Enemy.
Fucking wildest one. That's right. Get like running one tap. Of course. Classic. I hit him twice.
Teach them to respect
Classic.
their elders.
That's a good spot. Perfect.
Actually.
This should be.
That's what I say.
I mean, I'm fucking rich, so I at least buy Bulldog.
Safety's off.
That works.
Yeah, absolutely. Go have some funsies.
Enemy spotted mid.
got your trail.
I think sewer. Eh?
Spike planted.
Raptors.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
Oh, brother.
Let's ruin
4 and
their
8.
day.
Let's get it. I feel like it's so hard for me to like get in the flow though, because they never come back.
All set up. Teleport's ready. A gift.
Many enemies.
Die.
Spike down B.
Reloading. Stay in sight. Cutting them.
Reloading. Enemy spotted B.
I have them.
Enemy spotted B.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
She ran spawn, going to A.
Healing over here.
That was
Last player standing.
And on 74.
Hawk out.
30 seconds left.
Blinded. Hawk out.
Clutch.
wow. I mean, I didn't help. This ran is 18-7. Holy shit.
Last round before the switch.
Spend everything. Don't be cheap.
I mean, they. This is gonna be the classic. I'll put a trip, but then I leave.
That works.
There. Who do they think they are?
Perfect. Teleport's ready. You want to play? Let's play.
Want to play?
A gift.
Spike planted.
Healer. Healing. What?
Enemy spotted B. Open up the sky.
No, dude.
Out of here.
One
half.
enemy
It's half.
remaining.
All we gotta do is get on.
I got it halved. Let's go.
Don't start that shit.
I should have hit the brim. I am
Switching sides.
not. This ain't it. Oh, this ain't it. All right, second half. Second half. We got this. Oh. Yeah, this ain't it. I didn't come in focused or nothing.
There.
This should be it.
There.
Reloading.
Smoke's down.
Enemy spotted.
God damn it!
Reloading.
Our spike carrier's down.
Spike down A. Last
God.
player standing.
Oh, dude, there's nothing better than a brimstone bunny hopping at you with a
Save all
shorty.
of my creatures. It's a good thing.
Absolutely
alright?
nothing.
We'll figure out what they do eventually.
Can someone get this?
Oh, Jesus. $3 for a large Americana, dude. I'm in.
Launching smoke. Enemy spotted A.
They're already rotating heavy.
Hawk out.
Barrier created.
There's so
Healing.
many heavy.
Spike planted.
Many enemies A. Reloading. Reloading.
Last two heaven, last two heaven. Both are heaven.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
Boom. Gone. Gone.
Yes,
Oh.
everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
What is it? Nice shot. I contributed by planting La Bomba. That is what I did. I mean, fucking might as well load up.
Together.
There. There.
Enemy spotted B.
Reloading.
That's a good spot.
We can rotate if we want to.
Yeah.
Still in sight. Reloading.
Look at that. Reloading.
Reloading.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
That works.
Last player standing.
Too slow.
Reyna's on site, on site.
Ah! I got a fucking sandwich. I think the play there should have been challenge the chamber. I probably got better shot at the chamber running gun than I do the Reyna straight up. No kidding.
Trust me, they will make mistakes. When they do, take advantage.
I got ult, so we do that.
They are so dead.
As one.
Reloading.
I have the spike.
Okay.
They will come.
All right. Obviously, it's just not my fucking day.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
Reloading.
What is this crosshair? That's fascinating.
Team Ace.
Literally made a box.
What must be done?
So interesting. Big shield Spectre. I guess. Jesus.
Just save.
Our spikes down.
Spike down B.
Enough.
They're both mid, go side, go side. They're gonna be coming heaven. Just take that shit, take.
Still in sight.
Yeah, Raptors.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
I fucking ran out of bullets. My crosshair on my screen, or my pointer on my screen.
Time to stock back up.
What do you need?
Need equipment. Thanks.
All set up. That's not ready.
Launching smoke.
Cutting their vision. Enemy spotted.
Reloading.
Raptors.
Reloading.
Healing you.
I've got your trail.
Enemy spotted A.
Wait, where does it end?
Spike down A.
Seek them out. Heal up, bud. Found one.
Chambers gonna be CT screens. Brandon's backside.
Last player
I
standing.
mean,
Spike down A.
okay. Yeah, this ain't it. This ain't the night. This ain't the night.
Look at me. I know that I am by your side.
Need a drop.
Sure, dude, take it. What the fuck? Why in the hell am I queuing up with a silver 3?
For you.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted. Reloading.
They will cover.
Enemy spotted.
Rain is fucking pushed all these
Loading.
in this corner.
Blinding.
What the fuck is that?
Spike
Okay.
down B.
One guy, go kill this Rain on Riz.
Reloading.
You go kill this guy. Kill this guy.
For you.
I have no room to
Last
talk,
player
but like,
standing.
goddamn, this fucking.
Match point.
Stay alive. I want their life, not yours.
Mental garbage.
I got yous, okay?
Still in sight.
Enemy spotted A.
Reloading.
No fucking shot, dude.
Last player standing.
Let's play.
Defenders win.
Big D rank incoming. Dude, why am I in this fucking another silver game? Man with an iron fucking goddamn dude. Yeah, sure. I believe you. I believe that, Cap. Let's start Trackmania. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
1, 2, 3.
I'm muted. Ability to come back from the bathroom and be muted is undefeated. How? I know this is a drift. I know that. God, dude. All right. It's gonna take some some warming up, and two, remembering this track. It's also remembering how to get some speed, how to get that speed coming down that last stretch. No, that was such a good start. My ability to like have a super good start. That was all right. Fine. That's actually surprisingly fine. No, I touched. Brother. Yeah, David did. No, that would have been in. That was the PB. I honestly can't even remember what time I need for gold. 3 seconds. Let's go. Nice. Damn. All right. All right. I want to get them all gold, and then we'll go back later and worry about improving them to try and see if we can get some author times. That was the one. That was one that was like evading me for a long time. So is this one. This is another one that like there's just so much going on in this one. All right. Oof. Pain and suffering. Damn. All right. I dodged. All right, we're gonna keep going. Okay. All right, fine. Oh, that's 7 months in a row? Hog? How we doing, Cal? Cal, we need to get some games in. It's been far too long, and it's definitely because Valorant has its grips in me right now. But also, you know, you're busy with the whole thing. So that too. And so we really need to get some games in. I think after tonight, I think I'm ready to take another break from Valorant. Or at least for the rest of the week. Probably maybe parts of next week too. I know, I did. We were busy on Sunday, a lot of stuff going on. But Friday is gonna be lit. I'm excited for Friday. Get a chance to play with everyone again because I feel like it's been so long since everyone's gotten to play. No, brother. Terrible turn. Okay. Oh, man. I think my problem with Valorant today was that I'm full of Italian food and alcohol. And so I hop on Val, and the first game, the games just do not go well at all. And so I was off of that thing immediately. Immediately. Oh, make the turn. I really gotta stop restarting immediately in the beginning because it would help if I didn't flip over though. If I didn't flip over, then that's it. Gotta play whenever, for every night except Wednesday and Thursday. We move in the last week of the month. Sounds about right. Give me 2 seconds and I'll read the rest of that. Visiting your dad Saturday to Tuesday this weekend. Yeah, for sure. The real question is, what do we want to play? Because I am like off of Call of Duty right now. I don't think I even have a Call of Duty game installed. I literally don't even think I really want to even play Val again this week, but we'll see. Damn it. We gotta figure something out. I want to find a nice like another game, like a good, like more casual multiplayer-y thing. Yeah. I I think honestly that's kind of what I've been looking for, because every time I like have a free moment to like game on my own, I think I'm kind of looking for like another, like something else, to do, something else to play, and it's like I just can't think of it, but like I know it exists. Obviously it exists, just gotta find it. It's fine. Been getting into Fallout. It's funny, I literally just started my like first playthrough of Fallout 4 where I actually intended to finish. Of course, then I played one session and haven't played it since, but Fallout 76, I'm down to check it out. Something new, never hurt nobody. All right, I gotta finish this course. It's built for multiplayer. Oh, we like that. Pretty decent now. Nice. I am definitely down to check it out. I feel like I remember seeing it on Steam. It was rough at the start. I heard like people were just like they were expecting more kind of thing, and then it just ended up not living up to that. I also have heard that now it's in a more playable state, for sure. A more enjoyable state, I'll say that. What's that? Okay. I'm 100% down to check it out, though. Oh, God. You know what I've wanted to do, though? Originally, there were no NPCs, just robots and Supermans. That does sound a bit rough, and no one liked it. Fair. Fair. I understand. Yeah, I need it. I've seen it on Steam like all the time. God damn. They added full NPCs and more quest lines. More content is generally considered to be a good thing. You know, no one wants a game with no content. Kind of the whole point, you know? Oh, God. I gotta figure out this turn. Well, first I gotta like make this turn. Holy shit. All right. All right, we got that far. You think they keep what they have built with 76 for now? The next game will be awesome. That's awesome. I love, obviously, I love when you have like such good potential for like sequels that just like the problem is when they flop, you know. I need to finish a Fallout game. The reason I started my Fallout 4 playthrough was because I haven't actually finished a full Fallout game. I put a lot of time in college. I put a lot of time into Fallout 3 mainly because it was like one of the few like big games that my laptop could run. And then I bought Fallout 4 under the presumption, my senior year, under the presumption that I was gonna build a computer then, which just didn't end up happening at the moment. And so I just couldn't play it. And I like sat down and tried to play it a couple times, but that's kind of when I was on like an anti single player kick for a little bit. No. Just don't try open for anything. Yeah, we'll take a look and see. I mean, there's plenty of games out there, obviously, but it always helps. 1 second. Boss fight right. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Finally finished. Let's go. What game I need to play again? Lost Ark. I was putting in a lot of time at a Lost Ark, and I kind of just stopped because I just didn't open it for a while, and then that just became, you know, the thing. I need to get into that again because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh god. Bitch. Right into the planter. Let's go. Oh, sheesh. Red of the needle on that one. Let's go. No. No, come on. Bouncing in the water and plastic is hilarious. I just straight up drove off. Dude. I hit the checkpoint 1.4 seconds up and get up past immediately. Do I have Xbox Game Pass? You know, I don't. I have been thinking about getting it again though. So if there was a game that looks good to play, then maybe I would just have to get it. I know. I need to look and see what kind of games they got going on right now, because I know that would literally solve my entire problem, which is I don't have a lot of games I want to play right now, but I also don't feel like spending money, or even like on don't even know like what games I would want to spend money on to play. And I know that literally takes care of it. $60 game free. Well, not free, but free. There's no such thing as a free lunch, Kyle. We learned this. In the grand, yeah, that's it's the value. It's free in terms of value, not literally. I know. I'm just poking fun. That's the nice part about games, is that eventually they kind of pay for themselves. Unlike Valorant. Valorant never pays for itself. You only pay for it more and more and more every time you pick it up. And you pay for it with your soul and sanity. And today was bad enough where I'm actually like, am I even gonna like play it again next week? It's like, I will. I want to. But like right now, my sheesh. It was a combination of just not a good day for me and not a good game, not a good day for the teammates. To the point where it's like, oh damn, maybe I don't even know if I want to play it. The problem is I don't want to play anything else. So it's a real conundrum, No. Go. PB. A second PB. Wow. Almost top 80 in Texas. Let's get it. Spilled water all over myself. I'm a grown adult. Bitch. I literally just turned into the wall for no good reason. No. So close. It's my problem with Trackmania too, is my attention span on certain tracks can be like so short. But if I literally just keep playing it, your muscle memory starts to kick in for it. And like you just slowly get it better and better and better until all of a sudden you PB by a second, like I did the last time I PB'd. And so you just gotta keep going, unfortunately. Which should feed the like ADHD part of my brain, which is like, yes, please continue to get better at this game, which literally involves just you getting good. Like even not even to the same level like that Valorant is, because this is actually just learn the tracks, get good, move on. Dude, Trackmania, well, so we'll start with you first. Went to Best Buy to look to see if they had something. Of course, their fins. Only had one was in black. Sag. Yeah, that's the thing. Finding stuff in person is like super hard. The stuff I bought online was the kind of stuff where I was like, I was willing to wait and get. But at least then it's like it's ordered. It'll get here when it gets here, kind of thing. But yeah, looking for stuff in person was like super hard. And honestly, the only stuff I ended up picking up in person was the graphics card, and that's literally just because it was the first thing I bought because a coworker was like, hey, they have 3080s at this tiny little computer store. And as for Trackmania, yeah, I had been aware of Trackmania for like a really long time, but I just never, like, it never seemed like my kind of thing. And then I literally like looked and I was like, it's literally free. They came out, this is like the 2020 like version, like a new release. It was free, or at least like to play the campaigns and stuff is free, which is what I do. Or you can pay like $10 and get like access to the custom tracks and stuff, which is I'm about close to doing that. But it scratches that itch in my brain where it's like, this is something I can get better at, and literally like no one else is going to be able to help me get better. Well, that's not true, but it's literally just like if I just put the time in, I'll get a little better and a little better. And it's like it's so fast to restart that you can just keep going over and over and over and over again. The first time I played it, I think I literally played it for like 4 hours straight, just like practicing and like being ass at the game basically. But slowly getting better, learning more of the tricks, etc., so on, so forth, to where now it's like I kind of understand it, and it's just hard. It's also a game where it's entirely, they describe it as it's entirely deterministic, which means everything the car does is because you made it go that way, and so there's like no RNG. Everything that happens is entirely up to you, and I love that. The control part of my brain is like, yes, give me complete control. Now the problem is when you make mistakes and you fail at things, you also only know it's because of you, which honestly kind of weirdly makes it okay. No. Like right there. I knew I turned in early. I did it anyway and I went for it. And then it didn't work out. And I know that's only because of my own fault. 3. No, dude. Got that corner little too close. Little too close. Oh, a little low, little low. Touched. Also, you wanna know something else I've been like more and more curious about? The iRacing stuff that like Ryan's boss or like coworker does. Other boss, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's free. Honestly, it's probably right now. It's probably my favorite casual game because in a certain sense, you kind of just turn your brain off and you kind of just go at it. The fact that it's literally free is just like the icing on top. It's free to play at the start, but then it's like you can pay, I think it's like $10 a year or something to like subscribe to like basically the full game and stuff. I don't know. There's like another tier above that, but it's like $10 a year or something. It's like easy. Yeah, the iRacing stuff, like I think that sounds so interesting, but it's one of those things where it's like I feel like you would have to like spend, if you really wanted to do it right, you'd have to spend like so much money to like actually like get the whole setup. And granted, you can do budget stuff, but like I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna want to have like the good stuff, and it's like, ah, sheesh. That's like a whole thing, of course. But it could also be a lot of fun. That was just bad. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna want to spend the $8,000 to get the full like immersion rig, like the whole thing. It's just like, I don't know if I want to do that right now. I got other stuff I want to buy, other things going on. I don't really have anywhere to put it is another thing. It's like my office has some space, but I don't know if it's got that much space. Oh no, come on. I need to get enough, I need to carry enough speed into that corner to be able to get over the planter, like circle. If I can do that, I'll be like golden, because I'll be able to carry so much speed through the next corner. Damn it. Ooh, that line, it's close. It's close. Just like that. No, dude. Damn it. Yeah, but right now the whole, yeah, especially for you, like the move itself. I'm assuming you found a place. How's it compared to your current spot? I feel like that's always my biggest fear in moving. It's just like, is the place we're moving to, like literally like the apartment or whatever, gonna be, you know, the whole thing? You actually haven't found a place lit. I respect that. I respect that a lot. So what, are you gonna do this show up and then find a place day of, or are you like, are you even looking? Very limited. Actually, that's totally fair. There probably is some like serious limitation issues up there. So I mean, what's your plan? Like, are you gonna try? They'll provide you temporary living for 30 days. That okay, that's nice. Let's say I'm just imagining like, get up there day one, no place to live, find it, literally, like day you get there kind of deal, or like hotel it. I actually knew a lot of people who did that when they moved down here. They literally just stayed in a hotel for like a couple of weeks, or like a week, and like the first day, like the first week they were here, they're basically just focused on finding a place to live. Dude, if you can find good relocation benefits, that's like the best. Gonna make some calls tomorrow. Totally fair. Yeah, I think it's just probably just gonna be one of those things. Are you gonna rent again, or are you gonna potentially like buy a place? Because I have, to be fair, I have no idea what the real estate market looks like up there. I can't imagine it's too ridiculous, even though the housing market is like absolutely crazy right now. Might not be a bad plan. We'll probably get to stuff a lot cheaper, the whole thing. Of course, then, you know, you have a house in the Dakotas, and like that's a whole thing. Really, it's the same way down here. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's honestly probably the whole reason we are still in an apartment. We're trying to figure out exactly what we want to do regarding all that stuff. Yeah, interest rates have definitely gone. It's skyrocketing. It's definitely it's a whole thing. We're probably at the point where we can't really afford to get an actual spot, and we're not even sure if we want to get like a spot in San Antonio / Texas. We thought about potentially buying places kind of nearer to family. So like we would buy a place in Indiana for my family and a place probably not in Miami because that's crazy expensive, but closer to Miami for her family. And like rent it out when we're not using them, etc., etc. Yeah, we probably won't end up in the spot for a while at this point. So the difference go Tennessee? Yeah, not wrong. I think ultimately it kind of depends on what our like work from home situation looks like long term. She just started having to go back into the office semi-regularly. I have to go into the office for the first time in 2 years, over 2 years at this point, on Friday. But it kind of just depends on what all that looks like and if the likelihood of like us being able to go like full-time remote. I would love to go full-time remote and literally just go wherever. Then, you know, moving sucks. Finding new places to live sucks. It's the whole thing. I gotta learn a way fucking to make up a 1.5 seconds right here. Obviously, it's just gotta get good and all that. Oh, almost another second. Another 1 second PB. It's top 80. Let's go. Top 80 Texas. We don't quit until we get that gold. That was terrible. I lose so much time in that first big section up here. And literally from here, literally from right here, so the 2 checkpoints from here, I lose so much time. I got so shocked that I was almost 2 seconds ahead that I ran straight into that wall. I was almost 2 seconds ahead and my brain lost it. I lost a lot of time right there. What? I cannot take that corner. I can't do it. My body won't let me. The edge. That just goes to show how important carrying that speed of that corner is. God damn it. God damn it. If I can just continue on, I just... Ah. See, that's the benefit right there. Carrying the speed through that first section, that first big turn, and jump and all that stuff. And then carrying the speed through that planter jump. Literally do that. I am like up 2 seconds. Damn it. Bitch. Finally killed the boss. Let's go. I said Tennessee. We have also talked about potentially trying to split the difference somewhere. I don't think we've fully deciphered out exactly where middle ground is, because she's not super enthused about most of the states in between here and there. It might be one of those, you know, the middle ground might be Florida, but maybe just like the top. Be panhandle lifers, you know, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. And when we looked about a year ago, prices in the panhandle weren't too bad, like Pensacola area, because it'd also be so hard to go from a state with no state income tax to a state that does. So Florida obviously is that nice middle ground, which doesn't. So, who knows? Who knows? Oh. So I think it kind of depends where you're at. Like, so I feel like from what we've looked, and we haven't done too much cost of living analysis at that point, because, you know, we didn't really have even the money to buy a place down there. But I think it kind of just depends. Like, obviously in like Miami, it's way higher, but like housing wasn't super bad in like the Pensacola Panhandle area, to the point where you can get a decent place on or near the beach for like between 350 and 600, which like obviously wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to be like kind of that close to the beach life. Now obviously you then got to go back to the whole living in Florida thing, but that's not too bad. You know, it's close enough to her family and isn't necessarily that far away from mine, so. Yeah. I actually am curious now about cost of living in Florida. Gotta find the calculator I used when I figured out that the cost of living down here. Where's the best got to deal with those hurricanes? Yeah, you know, that's definitely a thing that you have to keep in mind. You know, luckily or unluckily, being in the panhandle, you would only really have to worry about the severe stuff from the ones that come from the Gulf side, which, you know, would be what they would be at that point. Oh, get there. Oh, that's huge. That one kind of sucked, but that. No, dude. Another second PB. Google assessed for the state. It's 102.8, being above average, so more expensive than at least Indiana. So, funny enough, I haven't looked recently, but when I got, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Yeah, Texas was surprisingly like really cheap, cost of living wise. Like it was cheaper to live in. I can't remember if I looked at West Lafayette or if it was Indy. But the cost of living in San Antonio was lower than Indy by kind of a lot. In San Antonio, at least, I'll say. Obviously, Austin's pretty expensive. But also not super expensive. But it's surprisingly cheap to live here. Maybe not so much anymore, like that wise, like housing wise, but for the most part, not bad. I was honestly really surprised that, and that could just be, you know, the moving from Indiana to Texas thing, but yeah, San Antonio being a lower cost of living than Indy was kind of wild to me. That's also because, you know, Indy was really the only like big city experience I'd had at that point, really. Tree. I think I got a little speed boost from that tree, actually. No, that touch. Yeah, what I know about Indy now, I definitely understand Indy being a pretty up there. But Indy is also one of those weird ones where Indy is like a very large commuter capital. And I guess that would explain why, you know, Indy has the footprint it does compared to, you know, other places. That was another thing that blew my mind, which was that Indy is like the by populace third in the US, like in terms of population, which was wild to me. Mainly just because like downtown obviously is like relatively small, but it's so spread out. That kind of blew my mind. Sheesh. Oh, for sure. San Antonio is honestly kind of a very similar, where like the downtown footprint is relatively extremely small to the population size, to the point where it honestly feels a lot like Indy in that aspect. Oh, dude. Oh. I could do this. I feel like I'm like right on the cusp of being able to get this gold. Pain, suffering. Whoa, I just did not get back on the asphalt right there. I'm giving myself 15 more minutes because I actually have a hard stop at 10 tonight. You see more Rapid City. It has a city feel, but it's really spread out, so it also has some small town vibes. That makes sense. I feel like that's pretty interesting. It's kind of like the big city that's made up of a bunch of small city kind of things. Oh yeah, you're gonna like, if you wanted to, you could get some like crazy like outdoor shape. Like absolutely. Might not be a bad plan. Probably super nice, obviously. There's also the weirdly added benefit of, even though it's the northern side, you're kind of pretty central to the U.S. Kind of, I feel like me and you are on kind of on the opposite spectrums, where I'm kind of like the bottom, on the bottom tip of the U.S., and you'll be the top. But you'll be very, like, I can speak, I promise. But like the centralization is kind of really nice. To where it kind of like lowers flight costs depending on which way you want to go. It actually worked out hilariously. Easy to get wherever, yeah. Hilariously, when we, yeah, flights for sure. The first time, like, we made our triangle trip for Christmas, where we go from here to Miami, Miami to Indy, Indy back to here. The first time we did, we figured it out that it's almost a perfect triangle, because it's about a 2.5 hour flight from here to Miami, about a 2.5 hour flight from Miami to Indy, and then about a 2.5 hour flight from Indy back here. So it's pretty funny. Do we have an airline card? We actually do have an airline credit card. We got the Delta reserve card, which is like their highest card. And basically we have officially committed to Delta as our full-time airline, mainly because we like the points structure, and also the reserve card gives us access to all of the Delta lounges for free, just for having the card. We normally have to pay like $800 a year for it, and so it kind of just is nice for that aspect, to the point where we don't even really care if we have layovers anymore, because we can just go into these Delta lounges and spend an hour or two, or however long the layover is, eating free food and free drinks. So we like that one for sure. Would highly recommend checking it out. Also, Delta is usually pretty solid in terms of flight options and stuff. Plus, it's a pretty short trip to Atlanta from here, so even if San Antonio doesn't have the flight where like a direct flight, it's easy to get to Atlanta, and Atlanta obviously would. We also got in when the sign-on bonus for the card was like crazy. It was like they were running a special where if you spent like $6,000 in the first 3 months, you got like 125,000 miles for free, just for spending the 6K. And like we did that pretty easily because we would use it as like our card to pay for stuff. So the bonus, we decided to go with the reserve card primarily for the lounge access and the availability to bring guests. And so we get, well, you get 2 free vouchers, guest passes into the lounges per year. And then it's after that, it's like $40 for guests, which goes right back on the card. So we're like double dipping on it. And then also once a year, which we haven't actually got it yet, we're pretty sure it's on renewal, you get an upgrade certificate or a companion certificate, where if you buy, we'll just use a first class ticket because that's how we look at it. If you buy a first class ticket, you get another first class ticket for free. So that also is like huge. So like if we ever wanted to go on a big trip, we could basically get a free first class flight for half off, literally. Like you get like earn miles and stuff on other stuff. I think there's like options for that kind of stuff on the other cards, but it kind of just it made sense to us basically. So honestly, their gold card also, or the platinum card, probably also would be just fine. It was the companion voucher for the free, quote unquote, free first class ticket, as well as the vouchers for getting into the lounges that did it for us. Also the complimentary upgrades, so you get automatically put up on the upgrade lists with that card. What about these medallion qualification? The MQMs, yeah, they make it sound really complicated. So the MQMs are effectively how you earn the statuses. So that's how you would basically earn silver, gold, platinum, diamond status with the airline. You have to accrue a certain, like basically like 25,000 miles flown per year basically, and and the different cards mean different things, etc, etc. It's honestly not too bad if you plan on like flying a semi-regular amount. If you do the math, so what we did when we were figuring out if it would work is like what kind of status we would be looking at per year. Just kind of, you could literally just go on Delta, and I believe when you go to like, you can just look at flights and it'll give you an estimation of like how many MQMs you get, and MQDs. Ds are another one, but we'll get to that. And you can kind of guess and get an idea of how many miles you'll fly a year, and it kind of help determine if it's worth it. It's kind of complicated. It's kind of not once you learn it, but it kind of took us a minute to learn it as well. The nice part about if you have the reserve card, I don't know if this counts for the other cards. We didn't really see it. With the reserve card, if you spend $25,000 on the card in a year, then you waive one of the requirements to hit the status. So basically, if we spend $25,000 a year, we get waived the MQDs, the medallion qualifying dollars, which is basically how much you spend on flights, minus taxes and fees, basically. And that can be a hard one where you have to spend like X amount of money on flights per year, which granted, you could probably also just easily do depending on your flying habits and patterns, etc, etc. But it gives you a waiver where you don't have to do that. And so so basically at that point you just have to hit miles flown to get the status. We benefited, so last year, it was crazy where we actually hit gold last year. So we have gold status this year, and we may potentially hit platinum status because they did another specialty thing where they rolled everything over to this year to encourage people to fly, etc, etc. It's not bad. It sounds super complicated. It's kind of not once you kind of understand it, but it is kind of a pain to like have to like map out and plan for. But if you think that you can fly enough to like get status, we determine that even if we just get silver status, it's totally worth it, because you like earn more rewards from miles, like flying. You earn more miles per flight, etc., 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 etc. Now the downside is obviously at that point you're pretty much committing to being a Delta customer forever. But we chose Delta for the card, and also because they offer the best like comfort plus option for me, because obviously being as tall as I am, normal economy seats ain't it. And so we usually buy the comfort plus seats for the extra leg room, and so that is another thing we had to look at, and that we believe, at least I think, and I've always known or thought, that Delta had the best like comfort plus extended legroom possibilities. And then the complimentary upgrades, also a huge benefit, where with the card, even if you don't have a status, you get automatically put on the upgrade list, and if it so happens to work out where there's a couple of seats open in first class, you can nab them up. Now it didn't happen that much, because flying places, you know, people fly places a lot, and people were ahead of us based on status. But now that we're gold status, we hit gold status, and it kind of started happening more often, because the other benefit of the card is that when you're on the upgrade list, and if you have status like gold, we'll say, it puts you ahead in terms of like priority over other people with gold. So if it's like us two and another person with gold who doesn't have the reserve card, we wouldn't show up above him on the list automatically because we have the card, which I find hilarious. And there's nothing like getting that free complimentary upgrade to first class. Just saying. Yeah, definitely take a look at it. I would definitely sit down. Also, so the annual fee is a lot. It's $550, I think, right now, which sounds like a lot, which, to be fair, it's a lot. It is. But the lounge access alone saves you $800 a year, as well as the companion ticket. So if you fly with someone and buy a first class seat, they can get a first class seat for free, which also, depending on the flight, is a huge save as well. Then it has all the classic, you know, they'll reimburse you for getting clear and global entry, etc., 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 etc. Yeah, I would say if you don't think you can get enough value out of the reserve, the platinum seemed pretty good, and the gold also seemed pretty good value for, you know, $100 a year. So I would look and just kind of see what, you know, might work for you. The reserve works. We honestly, if I'm being entirely honest, I think the reserve works for us because we're sharing it, and so we're splitting all of the fees and stuff, and so that obviously makes it a lot more of a value. And then the companion ticket, like obviously we already have someone to use on it, etc., etc. And so there are factors that are going to be slightly different for you versus us, but the lounge access and the companion app, or the companion tickets, were more than enough for us to be like, yeah, that's totally worth it. If you didn't want to go with a airline specific card, the Amex Gold card, I think, was, from our research, was definitely the second best in terms of value, because I think that one also is $250, and like you get a bunch of like extra earnings on the different categories, and then you also get, like, that brings in itself a little bit more value over the Amex Platinum, which is really just kind of like similar to the Delta Reserve, where it kind of just gives you lounge access and a couple of other benefits, but the gold card definitely felt like more of a value from the straight Amex cards than in the platinum. But I did a lot of research on credit cards, man. It was gonna be our first. It was gonna be like our slash my first like big boy card, and so we really wanted to make sure we picked the right one, and especially because we knew we were gonna start traveling more, etc., etc. And so we really wanted to take advantage of. We were flying so much that it only made sense to try and take advantage of like an airline rewards program, and Delta just made the most sense for us. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Honestly, once we found the Delta card, we kind of stopped. I kind of stopped doing as much research on the others. I think the American Airlines stuff wasn't too bad. We stayed pretty much away from United wholeheartedly. What else? We also looked at potentially upgrading. So I have the Chase Preferred Sapphire card. We also looked at potentially upgrading that to the Reserve card instead of going with an airline specific card. That also could be an option. Oh yeah, if you usually stick with Delta, at minimum, if you don't have like a Delta Sky Miles account, if you're already like sticking primarily with Delta, you should do that. That's kind of our biggest like instigator, which was we fly so much that I feel like we're missing out on a lot of these potential like rewards with these airline programs. And so that's kind of what drove us to doing it in the first place. If you're confident in sticking with Delta, the Reserve card, pretty good option. If you kind of wanted to keep your options open, then I would say potentially going for like the Chase Reserve card. Because the Chase the Reserve card is also very good. But that one, I think that one did just go up to $650 a year. And they give you a bunch of like credits per year and other stuff. I think ultimately we didn't see the value in the other stuff that we would have gotten. That doesn't know. Yeah, that makes sense. When you fly slightly further away from home, you know, you end up flying a little bit more just naturally. I get that. But yeah, there's definitely some good options. I would say my top ones, if you were looking at the platinum, I think that's definitely a solid choice. If you wanted to leave, like I said, leave it a little bit more open, like the Chase Reserve card, pretty good, like very solid option. The 6, definitely look at the benefits you get with that one though, because the thing that drove us away, like I said, was you get like annual credits per year, like different things, but it wasn't things we really used or we would really get that much value from. So that's why we ultimately kind of steered away from that one. There's definitely plenty of options, and ultimately if you just find the right one that works for you, that's the most important part. At the wall. damn it. And they're offering 90k if you spend, hold on. Which is just the goal, but you get more miles from the platinum. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, definitely pay attention to the sign up bonus. You can definitely get some crazy deals. I will say this too, looking on mobile versus looking on your computer also may vary, because when we found the deal that they were running for our card, if we looked on the computer, it showed 90,000 in 3 months. But when we looked on my phone, it was offering 125,000 if you spend 6k in 6 months. And so it's definitely worth checking both, because that we totally would have missed it if we had just looked on the computer. Don't ask me why they're doing that, but they did, and we took advantage, because that's a fucking 125,000 miles that you get basically for free, because we spend that much on the card pretty much regardless. Some bitch. Alright, that's fair. Yeah, it changed. So like after we did ours, it like almost immediately changed back to the thing. Well, if the offer ends today, I would wait and see what the next one is, because I feel like they usually get refreshed fairly often. But you never know. They might, for the beginning of summer, they might come out with something pretty good. You never know. It's worth keeping an eye on for sure. Yeah. Also a classic, you know, you got to get in while you can. You never know when this deal's gonna go away until you come back tomorrow and it's just a different deal. It's basically just the same. No! Fuck no, dude! No, dude! Go! Go! Let's go! Gold! Woo! Not overly concerned with it right now and about how someone on my credit score for. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely not something you need to do right now. But definitely something to keep an eye on once you get there. Perfect timing. I realized I went 6 minutes over. Let's go. Top 70 in Texas. Almost top 850 US. Let's go. See, almost top 1600 US. Top 20-ish world. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember a lot of stuff I looked up. That's the one we went with. Kind of check it out. Yeah, I know sometimes it's hard, but like look forward potentially like next year, or the end of this year and the early next year. See what kind of flights you might potentially be taking. And basically it's like if you think you might do it, factor it in. Kind of see which ones. We actually built a spreadsheet with the point calculations and everything to kind of look at everything and see what the benefits would be. But kind of take a look around, see what you want. Obviously you got a little bit of time before you have to actually settle on one, but it's definitely worth it. I'll say it's definitely worth it to have a card like that to like really get some value out of flying, especially if you're gonna start flying more. Absolutely, my dude. All right, I gotta get out of here. I have a release at work that starts in 23 minutes that I gotta go get set up for. That needs to go well. So I'm gonna go focus up, and then we'll be back on Friday for some Good Friday funness. Have some shenanigans as always. I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the combo. Seeing me get some fat golds finally. I think you said you were going to be around on Friday, so I'll see you then. We'll be back. We'll have some fun. It'll be a good time. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good night, Cal. I'll talk to you later. Awesome. Sounds good. I'll see you. Stay safe. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Friday.